Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. As you're getting around the valley, you might want to get around in style, and that's where Wally Cahill comes into play as we're talking cars. And this week he brought us the new Hyundai.
Yes, a 2020 Hyundai Sonata, and probably the coolest thing about this car is the fact it's a hybrid. Now, people when they go Hyundai, it's like, oh man, well, let me tell you, Hyundai's product line right now will rival General Motors all the way across the board. So if you're thinking about getting a car, you do need to think about the Hyundai for sure and go check it out.
One thing you're going to start up here. I know, Wally, you're jumping right into it. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Hold on. We got time here. So, again, this right here, who is the maker of the Hyundai now?
Okay, it's Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Yeah, Hyundai is a Korean company. Hyundai and Kia are kind of like General Motors, and Genesis too, which is their high end, which would be kind of like Cadillac. So you can equate Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis, just like General Motors, and it's from South Korea right there. And one thing that they've proven over the years, when they first started out about 10 years ago, they had this 100,000 mile 10-year guarantee that was unheard of at the time. And I said, you know what? It's either going to kill them or it's going to make them. Well, it made them. Because these things are reliable and they're a good car.
All right, now take it away. Let's see what we got going on.
So up front, the first thing we're going to see right here, it does have dynamic cruise control that goes all the way to a complete stop. So if you have that set and you have cruise control set, the guy in front of you stops, you don't even have to touch the brakes. This thing will come to a complete stop and take back off again and pace itself back to the speed that you had it set at.
Wow, so I mean a lot of cars are starting to get that little almost like drive by itself in a way.
Yes, and this has all that. This has lane keeping too. If you look up on the windshield right there, you see a camera right up there. That camera keeps an eye on both of your lines on the side of the road, and it will steer itself to a little bit of an extent. I mean, it'll keep you in your lane. You can't let go of the wheel, or it immediately an alarm goes off and says put your hands back on the wheel. Now, if you're a bad driver, I am sometimes, and maybe you don't use your signal and you cross the line, well, it'll immediately warn you and say maybe it's time to take a break. But let's talk a little bit about the engine right here.
Jump in there.
Yes, because let's see here, all you gotta do is find the latch. There we go. So what we have here is a 2-liter Atkinson, which is a direct drive motor that's making 192 horsepower, and right next to it here, this is the hybrid part. This is actually the part that makes it go and gives that great mileage. In fact, talking about mileage, I put over 400 miles on this yesterday, got 47 miles per gallon.
Where'd you drive for 400 miles?
Hey, I went out to Safford, did some work out there. There was a mine out there, so I went out there, drove it out, drove it back. I'm on the same tank of gas. It's down to about a quarter tank, and here's the kicker. It's only a 13-gallon tank.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so all that, all that mileage.
Yeah, let me ask you that. With the hybrid, that's what I'm trying to understand. Is it the gas working, or do you change over the battery?
Okay, hybrid means both, so it simultaneously will work on it. When you let off the gas, it immediately goes to the electric motor, and it's charging the battery at the same time. So when you take off, that extra 40 horse, the electric motor, adds 40 horse, making the total of 192 horsepower. So it's charging itself and using it automatically. You don't have to do anything but drive, and it automatically selects whether it needs to be electric or it needs to be gas.
I know we got a little time running. I know I'm asking a lot of questions. Let's really quick talk about the roof. That's awesome.
Okay, so right here, probably the first time I have ever seen this in the industry, a solar panel for the roof. Now what this does is this charges the battery, they say, enough for 2 miles every day. So if you think about that, that's 700 miles a year that you're getting just off the solar hitting the roof of this car, which is unheard of. So that's another, industry leader right here. Hyundai again is kicking some butt.
So all right, quickly inside. I know
yes.
I mean, everyone sees inside a car, but this is like technology and new, right?
Yes, yes. You have everything. You have a heads-up display in there. You have a 10-inch display in the front that the navigation system. And this is one thing that I always look at when I'm testing a car. How quick is the operating system in it? I mean, how good is it? This thing is instantaneous. A lot of the cars out there now, a lot of the high-end cars are running like 10-year-old operating systems, so it's not really the case. Now, moving over here to the back, we talked about this. Now, try to find, how do you open the trunk? Other than with your key fob, you can open it. Normally you're looking for a button, right? Right? Oh, okay, well right here, there's a hidden button right there. You open it up.
Nice.
And if you look inside there, Huge
room
trunk.
there. That
Huge
is
trunk.
huge.
Yeah, that's enough for, you could probably fit in there, Brad.
So you know what? And again, don't do this, people. Don't try this, kids. This is not right. But I always like to check and see. Remember the good old days?
Yes.
When you went to get a car, and you kind of like said, how many bodies can I get in there?
Yes, exactly.
So let me just see how many you can get in there. I'm a pretty guy.
Come on, you can fit in there.
This is how my dad would do it. Honestly, my dad would go get in the trunk, and don't do this, kids. But he wouldn't shut the door, but he'd get in to see how far. Ooh, this is pretty big.
This is deep. This is deep. You can fit in there.
This is deep. I'm getting.
Yes. Now, okay. So now push with your feet. Push.
Okay.
Yeah, push on it.
That goes down.
It's got a 60-40 split.
Oh,
so you could actually, we'll do the other side too. You could actually sleep in this thing if you wanted to, Brad.
Yeah, but don't do that. Okay,
yeah, right,
people.
Right. MSRP on this is $36,430.
Wow.
So under 40 grand, you're getting a car that's getting almost 50 miles to the gallon. It's comfortable, looks good, and fits Brad Perry in the trunk.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, where can people find out more about, of course, all your cars?
Okay. All my cars. You can go to Vimeo if you want to do that. I don't have a website. We do nothing but live stuff. So you can go to Vimeo, search out Wally Cahill. You're going to see about 700 cars I've reviewed over the last couple years.
Perfect. All right, I know I waste a lot of time there. All right, cool. Wally, let's come by.